What's up, Nerdyverse? It's me, Daddy Louie. If you are new to the Circle of Nerds, this is our Twitch channel. Obviously, you're here on Twitch. And if you're new to me, I have content on the Circle of Nerds YouTube page at youtube.com/Circle of Nerds. I mostly do game reviews and tutorials, unboxings, things like that. But today I thought that I would do something a little different by doing a live stream. I'm very excited. Marvel Crisis Protocol is one of my favorite miniatures games of all time. It is my current favorite. It's my go-to game right now. And my favorite Marvel character has finally come to the game. I say finally, the game's only been out like a year. But my favorite character has come to the game, and I just got him today. He is the Mad King, the Mad Titan, Thanos. And this box that Thanos comes in is quite beefy, especially compared to some of the other Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures. That is because he obviously does come with his throne. You can see that there. And he also comes with an alternate head, and he comes with an alternate arm. So you can have different arms and different heads. I've not opened this. I pulled the plastic wrap off when I got it, just so that you didn't have to see me doing that. But I haven't opened it. So this is the first unboxing that I've done like this for Marvel Crisis Protocol. I don't want to go too much into the cards and stuff that come inside, because I do want to build him on stream here. But I am curious, because I have stayed away from most spoilers. So there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm not sure what it comes with. So yeah, so let's open this up. Let's go to the table. All right, so it's going to be a little hard to get the whole box on the camera here and still give you guys details. But let's pull everything out, and then you should be better. So here's all of the plastic bits that came in it. You can see it's a lot. So I believe he is $65 US. Which is the most that we've seen for a character so far. The first sprue here looks like it's just rocks and stuff for his throne. Here's the second sprue. Also looks like more stuff for the throne. See, you have the chair here and top of the some rocks and stuff. Here is the base of the throne, the base of the chair, and of course the bases. So it comes with two bases, which I like, because you have one base for Thanos himself, and then you of course have another base to fill the hole when Thanos is not on the throne. I'm going to try and magnetize. I have some magnets. My little cart next to me, so we're going to try to do some magnets on stream too. We'll see how that works. But these are really nice. I believe this is 50 mil. It's definitely larger than the standard minis, but it is not as big as like Black Dwarf or big Hulk. I think that's about it. Hulk and Black Dwarf. MODOK's also on a big base. And then of course we have the Thanos sprue. So like I mentioned earlier, he has two heads. One, two. One he is fully smiling, and one he's kind of smirking. And then he has the two arms. One has the gauntlet and one does not. So I just want to look at this real quick and see how tough magnetizing would be. Might have to see what it's like once we get him together, the rest of them. We'll see. So now let's take a look at what else comes in here. So we have some tokens. It looks like this may be a new status effect. This is some Stark Industries containers. And I'm not sure what oh, somebody says that they pulled off magnetize. Do you have any tips for magnetizing for the chat? That might be helpful. Is there anything? Do you have to drill anything to allow for magnets? Looks like some more stuff for some mission specific tokens. Like I said, I have not. He comes with a lot of cards too, which is nice. I have not been fully spoiled on what's in here, so this is kind of exciting for me, so please bear with me. So it looks like we have a new secure mission here. Cosmic Invasion, Black Order descends on Earth. For Cosmic Volts, and players score 1 VP for each Cosmic Volt they secure during cleanup. During power, they radiate cosmic energy, starting with the player with priority. Players roll a die for each character they control within one of the vaults. If it results in a crit or a wild, that character gains 2 power and is pushed away from the vault or rolling for the next character. That's pretty awesome. Power of the Cosmos. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of these. But we do have a new mission that's nice. It looks like we have 2 unaffiliated cards here. One does say Thanos as the keyword, so you'll need them to use this. This one does not. Then we have the 6 Infinity Gems. So I do appreciate that you get all 6 of them in this pack. You don't have to have any of the other characters if you don't want. So that's nice. Looks like we have some status cards. This is pertaining to the mission that you can do with other people. And it looks like there's some ultimate power gems. It looks like this is also for the co-op mission, which is pretty cool. Let's see in the chat. Just have to be careful. Use 3mm magnets. Better for. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do the head. I actually have an idea for the second head. That involves the Gamora model. I bet you can figure out what that is. But I would like to try and magnetize Gauntlet. Let's see what else is in here. Crisis team setup. More Crisis team. Cosmic Threat. Counter stuff. Card. And it's dual-sided. That's fun. I don't think that Ultron is dual-sided. I think he's the only one that we have so far. And then Thanos himself. This has been fully spoiled on the Facebook group, so I'm not really going to cover it because I want to get to... I do wish that there were more Black Order tokens in here. The ones that came from the Black Dwarf pack, I'm not sure. but I really like those team tokens that came in that. Wish that there were more there. Not. All right. So the encounter rules for the co-op mission. Nice little booklet. I like finally having something, you know, printed rather than me having to print it on my computer like I did for Ultron. Weren't we supposed to get Hulk as a encounter as well? Why did that not happen? So here is the build guide for Thanos, and then I guess when you flip it open, ins. Not too much worried about the throne at the moment. We're just gonna focus on Thanos. So, first thing that we're going to do is everything up. I have to decide which head I want to put on this Thanos. Which head I want to put with Gamora. I think most people are using the smile. Smile may look better with Gamora, but I really wanted at them. If you're new to the stream, welcome. Like we might have got a couple new people. Thanks for coming. Even if I just had one person join the stream, I would have been happy. So it makes me happy that there's more than one. Every person counts. And I would have done this on Friday. Our local store and all the mail around here got a little delayed, so I know there's so many people that already have the whole thing painted, which is crazy. People have already painted him and played games with him painted. Now opening him. Oh, that's a good idea. Magnetizing the back of the chair so that it makes it easy to back up. Most of the gaming that I do these days, due to the pandemic and stuff, happens at my house in my game. So actually all of my models currently can't really see very well. Cabinet behind my shoulder. And the unpainted. This may be the first time also. This model might be the first time that they have included numbers on the instructions. Usually it's just the pictures, and you have to go to the website to get the numbers. But this actually has the numbers on it. Even though I just took everything off, I don't even know what they are anymore. But I know that all the other models, to my knowledge, didn't have numbers on the instructions. Right now I'm just trimming off the flash from where I just trimmed. Trimming off the flash from the trim. I have not played a game since March either. Yesterday I played the new Gloomhaven game. That was the first gaming that I had done since March. But I also do game reviews, so I've played a lot of games for that viewing of game. but not necessarily like games that I would just normally play. That makes sense. Building models, I gotta admit, is my absolute least favorite part of the hobby. I enjoy painting and playing. Playing is not my forte. So I'm glad that I get to do it with some people. Usually I'm just like sitting in my basement listening to TV, because you can't like watch TV, right? You're like listening to TV. And it's horribly boring. So if anybody on stream has not seen a certain something from the pack and you want me to pull it out and show it in closer detail or whatever, just let me know. Just here for the company and to build Thanos. Since I probably won't file, I will cards. How many pieces is this? His cod piece is just his 2 legs. And then his chest like kind of covers it. So let's see where. Like, you basically put 2 sections of it. His torso. No bulge. Flat. That cod piece. I think I am gonna go with Mirkwood look. Yep, Thanos is very, very cool. Imagine I don't need very big magnets. Matter of fact, I might not even have. What size is this? This is 6 mm by 1 millimeter. So I'm not going to magnetize the head, and the reason for that is because I'm going to use the second head as a prop for my Gamora model. Or as if she has just chopped off Thanos. The arm I'm going to try and magnetize, but I'm realizing my magnets that I have might be too big. So I do have some 3 mm, but they are way too thick. Gotten here. Guess I need more hobby magnet. Huh? So I guess let's see. If I can't magnetize the base, that will stink. Or alright, so step 1, we gotta build chest piece. Lots of really cool drop skulls. Oh, that's cool. I actually have some extra, I have some extra skulls around here somewhere that I planned on using. Oh, I see it now. Right. Here's, there is some skulls, some skull bits on the, this is the chair base, and there's 3 up here, and there's 3 on the bottom. So there's at least 6 skulls, there. And it looks like that's it. So yeah, if you guys, when you guys get this model, make sure that you you grab those skulls. I probably would have missed that too, so thanks for the tip. But I do have some skulls. I think they're resin skulls that I've got, that I base of the chair. So when I build models, I use super glue, not use. It's a personal preference. Not a big plastic glue guy. I need something to hold stronger than what super glue would do. I use magic spray from. I don't ever have any issues with Alright, so arm wants me to build the right arm next. Oh, no. I probably should have. Should have read the numbers. But the guys over at Atomic Mass, they do a really good job of making the fit real well. So I don't have to worry much. What's up, AJ? Thanks for waking up to watch the stream. I know you were went to bed late or early, however you wanna. Okay, so arm and torso together. Wants me to build that cod piece. Okay. That cod. My wife is upstairs making gobbler. Thing that I'll be able to. All right, cod piece done. Next wants me to glue all of that together. All right, for a second, I'm gonna move on to extra heads and arms over there. Feet. Seems to be like a extra little gap there. Kind of a gap on the back of the foot. Wonder if you can see it when you... Oh, no, you can't. No. I'm okay with it. I'll probably fill it with paint later. That's a good question. Is there a benefit to putting the pieces together in person as opposed to them coming assembled? So, you know, some games do make pre-assembled models, but you will never get, or at least I have yet to see very few single sculpt models or models that come pre-assembled give you the same level of detail that you get from this type of model. Also with this type of model, gives the creators some freedom to give you extra bits. Like with Thanos, for example, we have 2 arms and 2 heads, so you get to choose which head you want or which arm you want to use. So it kind of gives you like that creative freedom to change stuff up. I personally wouldn't say that building is fun, because I am not a fan of building models. I just like painting them. So I would prefer for somebody else to build them for me. But that usually doesn't happen. I usually have to stuck with it. All right, so we got our body, our feet, our legs, left hand, arm, or right bicep. At this point, I probably should look and see if I can magnet. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able, because don't have the size map. Bummer. Let me look one. Bear with me. These ones are just that one. I need 3 magnets, right? 1 for the arm. 1 for, and then 2 for each gauntlet. So if I put this one right here, that might be okay. That's my magnets. Sorry guys, I'm looking at this. How I can magnetize. Like 1 magnet ship. which is okay. I can always get a different. Yeah, if you got pictures. Yes. It's not for articulation. It is for... although I guess it could use it for that. I am, in particular, I'm just doing it so that I can make him either have the gauntlet or not have. Because with this particular model in game, you can use him as, you know, a regular character that plays, or you can use him as a boss. You made like a guide, my guy. Did good. Look at you. Oh, so you used bigger magnets than... That is super... You made like a whole guide. If you guys can see the chat, check out that link that Warzone Vincent just posted. He made like a picture guide of how he magnetized. That's awesome. Problem is I don't think Alright, that's okay. In all honesty, I don't know on what planet I would live in and which I would not want him wearing the gauntlet, even if he's just playing as a regular character. Just because that's his jam. So, with, and the cool thing, too, is, with using super glue, is that it's much easier to undo what you've done than plastic glue. If you use plastic glue to, build your models, you're gonna have a hard time if you make a mistake. I do that. I saw somebody, it doesn't really make, I mean, I guess it depends on what model you're painting, but I've never had a problem model that's magnetized. just paint it in pieces if you can't paint it otherwise, I guess. It's some like paint, or not paint, or glue. There, no. Oh, that makes me nervous. And then I remembered this goes over top and you can't even see it. I saw somebody today posted a picture of them having already painted Thanos, and they painted like his biceps and stuff purple, so as to make him look like he didn't have sleeves, which looked kind of cool. But I am a box art painter, so I look at box art and I paint whatever colors on the box art. I'm nervous when it comes to taking creative liberties. I give a lot of credit to people who do. I'm just not a creative liberties kind of guy. I have done conversions. I'm just not good with like the paint, like deciding, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do a different color that has no reference pictures. I guess it's the color that is difficult for me. Yeah, I wouldn't mind him being more MCU-ish. Because again, I can look at a reference picture and like see what it looks like and kind of go based off of that. But because his costume, like the way that they've made him look in the game, isn't MCU-ish, I think that will be kind of challenging. And admittedly, the conversions that I've done on other models, I didn't really come up with those on my own. I kind of stole them. So I guess I haven't done like my own conversion or color or what say. And then there's certain conversions that I wanted to do and I never did. Only character that I painted not like the box art is Captain Marvel. He's the only one that I painted not like the box art. There was a few like liberties I took for a couple of the other models. Like Killmonger. I painted his pants, like I gave him like some camo on his pants, make him more military. But as far as like full paint job, the only one that I did differently than the box art was Captain Marvel. I painted her in her full 3 colors. And in hindsight, if I could go back and redo it, I probably wouldn't have done. the paint job is probably my least favorite of all the ones. This leg is weird. Can kind of like go. Probably need to get a base real quick. All right, we're almost there. I'm gonna let that dry for a second before we do more. Cut off bases. I wish that Thanos and Gamora were the same base size. I know it doesn't make sense, but I just wish, like, for selfish reasons, they were. So that way I could rebase my Gamora on one of these throne bases, and then that way I could make Gamora sit on the throne with Thanos' head, you know, like, at her feet. I think that would be super cool. But alas, not the case. I mean, I could do it, but then it just wouldn't be legal. More anymore. Like, I completely, in my conversion of Valkyrie, I had to make sure that she was on her small base, even though the model is huge now with the conversion. As long as the base stays the correct size, I can still use her, since there's no line of sight drawing from height. Ooh. I could 3D print her a base. But again, if her base size changes, then she's no longer legal to use the game, because base size is important in the game. Height doesn't matter, but base size does. So I have to keep the base size the same. But what I could do is I could 3D print a ring to make her base extend for, you know, the purposes of for display. So basically just like a ring insert that goes around her current base, so she could sit into, although I don't know if it would look good. It would have to be like a 3D printed version of this, smaller, with then an extra ring to go around it so that it could sit inside there. That's what I would have to do, which sounds like a lot of work. Alright, so now I'm at the point where I have to make that hard decision to just glue the gauntlet on and say bye-bye to my hopes and dreams of magnetizing. He's not as tall as I thought he'd be. I mean, I guess he's the correct size. You guys bear with me a second. I'm going to grab a couple of the other models to compare. Hold on one. Thanks for bearing with me. So here's Gamora. So Gamora is the perfect pose, right, for putting Thanos' head like down here at the bottom, as if she just lobbed it off. A little bit of blood on the sword, a little bit of blood on Thanos' head. I think that'll look cool. But Thanos standing next to her, I guess that is nice. He's taller than she. Here's Hulk. I don't know, aren't they supposed to be like the same size? Weren't they the same size in MCU? I know that this is comic and not MCU, but I want to say in the MCU, wasn't like Hulk and Thanos the same size? When they were fighting each other at the beginning of Infinity War, I don't remember Hulk being that much bigger. And for those that were curious, this is the conversion I did for Valkyrie. I put her on Pegasus. Fortunately, keep her legal that small. So it does look. Hulk is. I thought. I mean, I guess I just, as far as like bulkiness, you know, like I understand Hulk has more muscle than Thanos, but as far as like height-wise, when the two of them were fighting, like it's not like Thanos needed to frickin' stand on his tippy toes to uppercut him. I guess I just thought they would be similar in size, which maybe they are. Maybe he's not that much shorter. I don't know. And base size. Base size is right. So it's not as big as the bigger character, but okay. All right. Well, enough goofing around. I'm going to glue on the gauntlet. I'm not putting it right up and down. I know a lot of people, I think the intention is for it to be like straight up in the air, but then he looks like he's doing like this move here, like in the office at the wedding when they're all like, I don't like that. I just kind of gave it a little tilt. Not much, because I need the glue to stick, which it didn't. That's true. Hulk does slouch, right? Trying to give it that little bend. I don't want it to cover his. Okay. That looks good. I'm gonna give him a spray with the magic spray. If you guys don't have this stuff, highly recommend it. need to get more. That's good. Alright, for a second. I guess we'll save this arm for a rainy day. I decide to get brave later. I gotta put it in the thing I don't. On the floor of Gamora. Wish I'd have thought about it like before Thanos came out, before I based her. I could always rebase her. That looks cool. The rocks around the base are very... Well, that's good. Building models and all that. It does look like these all fit really nicely in together. Yeah, that's cool. And then I guess this goes on the bottom. Let's just open up the instruction. Take a look. Yeah, it's all real big, chunky rocks, which is nice. I wonder, it looks like the whole chair will come up off the throne. Like you could build the chair and then the whole thing literally comes... Could come right. You could easily and I could actually do that. That I have the magnets to do. It looks like this piece right here. It looks like this piece here, D2, goes into the rock. It goes into the throne right there. And then everything else fits on the chair. So I think I'll magnetize the chair so the chair can come off of the rock. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I thought about basing it off of MCU and putting it on Thor. But my Thor is... my Thor is already painted. So adding it would be difficult. And since the game is based off of comics and not the MCU, it's more fitting to put it on Gamora's base. I think it'll look really cool right there. Plus the way that she's standing, like, it looks like she very well could have, like, you know, like that action pose where Thanos is behind her and she's already just gone through, sliced his head off, and her head is laying at at her feet, rather. In the latest run, I think it was Infinity... What was it? Infinity War Infinite? Is that what it was called? It was called Infinity War Infinite. Gamora beheads Thanos and then takes the Gauntlet and all the stone. Alright, so now I'm looking to see how I want to attach this to the base. It looks like it's pretty straightforward. I'm feeling this music. Oh, that's cool. Make the throne float. Like that. That would be actually really cool. I'm thinking of how I could do that. How much of a pain in the butt it would be. I'm trying to think in my head. I think you'd have to use a lot of magnets, right? It's not big enough. I don't think you could just do one magnet. That wouldn't work. You'd need like one magnet in each corner, and they'd have to be... I just don't think there's enough room. There he is, guys. I'm so excited. I usually don't paint like the new models until my old models are painted. I haven't painted an MCU, or I haven't painted a Crisis Protocol model in months. We were in the middle of moving when the last two releases came out, so you can, whereas not paint all of the entire Black Order is not painted. Who do I not have painted? Gamora, Nebula, 4 members of the Black Order, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. So everything prior to that is... And I usually paint in order. So I'll paint, you know, the first thing that comes out, so on and so forth. I'm probably going to break that habit and paint Thanos. He looks awesome. That looks great. I am not going to build the throne on camera because I've already taken up enough of your guys' time. It's been an hour. But I do want to thank you for joining me. I know we didn't have a lot of people, but for those of you who did join me, I do appreciate it. If you are unfamiliar with us, we are the Circle of Nerds. We have a YouTube page, youtube.com/Circle of Nerds, where we post game reviews, and we have podcasts and stuff like that. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Circle of Nerds. We have a website, and all of that fun jazz. We also, this Friday? I think it's this Friday. Yeah, this Friday, we are starting a new show called Nerds on Ice. It is where we're going to have a panel of people, and they're going to be asked questions, and they get to discuss and talk about their opinions about all things nerdy related as well. So that's cool. That starts this Friday. So check out our stuff if you're interested. If not, you know, thanks for joining us anyway. And that's it. I don't think I have anything. Okay. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening, and that you'll join me next time. All right, guys. Thanks.